Because of Fair Tides, my life has changed. I heard about the Fair Tides housing program. So I signed up my name and filled out an application. And I had gotten a phone call from Mary and Jan, who told me there was going to be an opening. And I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. Because I was actually thinking at the end of the month, Luke and I were going to be homeless because I couldn't afford it. Even with working a full-time job and one of my older children watching him while I worked another part-time job, I still couldn't afford it on my own.
This is the overall program of Fair Tides. Oh, I'm going to cry on this. The overall program of Fair Tides has allowed me to, I haven't had to reach out and make that extra dollar. I had a job that I was able to pay my bills and things like that, but it wasn't able to pay an $800 a month rent. And when I found out that I was accepted into Fair Tides, I got to stay in the area. And with that, it just stabilized my life beyond belief. And what I've been able to do since when I got into the program was I was able to take some of the extra money and go back to school in order to get a better job. And right now I'm about to graduate with my associate's degree in accounting. And when I graduate from college, I've earned the trust of my employer. They've said that they will guarantee me a job upon graduation. And without the help of Fair Tides, I just wouldn't have been able to make those choices.
Fair Tide is a 2-year transitional housing program. We are 5 units of affordable housing, and it's a gem, in the community to be able to offer that option for people who are homeless. You might know of emergency shelters in the area where people are housed for a very short period of time and then moved on to permanent housing. Fair Tide's 2-year program is just that. It's 2 years. We expect a lot of our residents. We expect them to work towards financial and health goals. We expect that they're going to be on their feet when they leave Fair Tide and be able to afford and maintain permanent housing. Our program works. We've said that if you can make it at Fair Tide, because we ask a lot of the people who live there, that you can make it anywhere. It's hard work. It's like being at school, being in college. You're expected to set goals for yourself, get out and get up and get yourself on your feet and make progress. And we're versed enough in knowing how people do over that period of time. We know they can do it if they put their mind to it. And we're there to support people, to make mistakes, to begin to be confident that they can do it and be on their own. We expect a lot because you're not here for very long. You're moving on, and you're going to be your own person in your own home post-Fair Tide.
My biggest worry for me was that I was going to fail as a mother. And, I had to be home to take care of my son and raise him. But being a single provider, that was a huge weight on me because I didn't want him to do without. I didn't want him to be cold. I wanted him to have food. I didn't want to fail my son. He had a right to live halfway decently. That was my biggest concern, was Luke not ending up in a shelter and just being able to provide for him as any mother would. Before I moved into Fair Tides, we didn't have much hot water, actually at all, and it was a stand-up shower. So that was one of the blessings that we received when we went to Fair Tides. Luke had a bathtub. He wanted a bathtub. And Mary and Jan had left on the tub a rubber ducky for Luke and a bubble bath. So that was very touching.
Support comes from business grants that we can secure, our thrift store sales, which people may know about. The Fair Tide Thrift Store is a big piece of how we fund our programs. We do get a little rent revenue from our residents. They do pay rent, 30% of income. And through our One Warm Night program, we're really trying to broaden that base of support by having people give a little to do a lot. We're asking people to sponsor an individual for a warm night, and it costs approximately $31 a day to house somebody for 24 hours at Fairtide.
When I was introduced to Fairtide, I understood Fairtide to be just a thrift store. I wasn't aware that there was a mission behind the thrift store. And when that was brought to my attention, it really reached deep into me, and I realized that there was something there that I had never seen before. It was a marriage between affordable housing, safe affordable housing, providing families a place to go. But what was unique about this organization is they married it along with social services. And that, to me, was the full package, kind of the full Monty. Because now what you've done is you're helping people, not only providing them a safe place, but you're helping them learn how to live, how to support a family in an environment that's safe and warm. And that's the mission for me to help to continue to grow that organization. One of the opportunities, if we can evolve this program and grow this program, what I find that I would like to see happen is I'd like to see more of these homes available so we can bring more people off the street into a safe, warm environment. And that would be my vision and goal, would be to at least get a few more homes in our local Seacoast area. And Goslin Realty Group, what we do is we provide 4 warm nights. And a warm night is $31. And so for every closing that we do, we contribute 4 warm nights. It's as simple as that. It's just writing a check and sending it off that day. 1 warm night is essentially no different than going out and getting lunch. We're talking a minimal investment. The return is amazing. It's a game changer in people's lives, and it's going to make an impact in our community.
Housing is a basic need that must be addressed so that people can be successful in our community.
I can never say thank you to Fairtides enough. What they were able to do for me when I was not in a place to do for myself is something that I'll just cherish for the rest of my life.
And so I'm just telling you what's on my heart, that I'm very thankful for Fairtides reaching out to me and helping my son and I and learn about the resources so that we can not only survive, but thrive.
There are people right here in this community who need our help. They're like us. No more, no less. Just different circumstances. When you help them, you're helping yourself. So please, help yourself right now.